MediSecure has reported a data breach. They are an electronic prescriptions organisation. We understand that the breach has been isolated and it does not impact any other health organisations either across the government or across the sector.
Have we any idea of who or what is responsible?
We do know that it's a ransomware, and we do not recommend that anyone pays ransom. That just builds a cycle with criminals. It provides financing for further ransoms, and there is no guarantee that we get the data back or that the data isn't on-sold or shared anyway.
Okay, so we're talking about ransoms demanded here as part of this attack?
I don't want to go further into details, but yeah, it is a ransomware data breach.
Okay, and so how severe has it been for MediSecure?
We're still working through the details, Michael, but it is a significant data breach. At this stage, I know that this can be concerning for Australians. We've convened a number of stakeholders, both using the National Coordination Mechanism and other coordination mechanisms to bring together all stakeholders in the health community across the government, that is state and territories as well as federal, and we're monitoring closely. If Australians are impacted, then they will be notified. We're working closely with MediSecure to ensure that they are notified and that we are prepared and best postured to respond and support anyone whose information has been breached.
Yeah, you can understand a lot of Australians, we're talking about e-scripts here, a very personal medical information, would be very concerned.
Yes, absolutely. At this stage, we will notify, MediSecure will notify if we learn that information, personal information, has been provided or published. And we are pulling together today another national coordination mechanism so that we are best postured to support Australians who might be compromised. At this stage, we have no evidence of that detail to date, but we are looking closely and working with multiple stakeholders, including the AFP and ASD's ACSC.
Okay, you can understand though, people watching this would be concerned if they believe they're affected ahead of these meetings and all the measures you're putting in place. What should they do right now?
So right now, we don't need anyone to take any action. They'll be notified if their information has been released. Mm-hmm. And the actions that we're taking across government through my office is really to ensure that we can build our resilience and rapidly respond to reduce harm and minimise risk.
Were MediSecure's cyber defences, based on your initial investigations, up to speed?
Look, at this stage we're still investigating, but MediSecure have been incredibly transparent and collaborating, working very closely with all stakeholders to ensure that we get the best outcome for Australians. I think we'd be naive to think that we won't continue to be targeted, particularly the health industry. It's a data-rich information, particularly for sensitive data, and criminals will continue to respond. So while there's plenty that Australians can do, we also are working on our resilience.
Sure. So what advice, I mean, it's a horrible incident, of course, what advice do you want to give to other corporates, other government bodies, anybody with sensitive information in terms of their cyber defences this morning?
Well, at this stage, we believe it's an isolated incident and that no other entities are impacted. But there are things that every Australian can do, whether you're an individual or a corporate entity. They are on our Act Now Stay Secure campaign or cyber.gov.au, really updating your software, applying multi-factor authentication and ensuring you have unique complex passphrases on all of your accounts. These are things that will lift our cyber security posture as a nation and make us more secure. And the other side of that is ensuring that we are resilient, and then when issues like this happen, we convene across government to ensure that we are rapidly ready to respond, including organisations that support re-credentialing Australians. But at this stage, anyone who's affected will be notified as soon as we know.
Okay, General McGuinness, appreciate you stepping up this morning. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.